Greetings from Wellness Space. My name is Gunjan and I'm going to explain to you the mind-body benefits of Himalayan singing bowls. At Wellness Space, over 5 years we have conducted free meditations using singing bowls on full moon and new moon days. And so this has gone on for 5 years. Many people have given us fantastic feedback, qualitative. Hence, at some point we decided to conduct a scientific research. This scientific study was led by Sarj Panchal along with Faribur Zirani and myself. 3 of us conducted this study and validated or demonstrated the mind-body benefits of Himalayan singing bowl. So let's learn more about it. Qualitative feedback has observed, and we got many of that during these 5 years, that people reported much better quality sleep, reduced stress, and some cases muscle pains also went away, and overall a more general or more positive feeling. These were enough for us to constitute a team to do a study. There was one problem: where do I get the resourcing? And that's when these 2 individuals came forward, we decided to form a team and do a study. Both Sarj and Faribur used to come to attend the meditation, and that's how they got interested, because they personally felt the benefit of the Himalayan singing bowls.
Hi, my name is Sarj Panchal, and by the profession I am a pharmacist, and I have done my masters in public health after pursuing a post-graduation diploma in clinical research. I am interested in a clinical trial and pharmaceutical trials. When I get a chance to explore the mind and body intervention, I was curious to learn this technique and how it works. So I joined this project.
I study psychology, and I have always been interested in how different activities affect our body, specifically meditation. To study the impact of Himalayan singing bowl meditation on the human body, we conducted this study where we would ask participants to come and sit for 40 minutes and they would meditate, and we wanted to study both the psychological as well as physiological impacts on the body to be sure of what we are seeing. And for the psychological aspect, initially we used to have a form called the PANAS, the Positive and Negative Effect Survey. We used to study the positive and the negative effect, and I was keen to find out more how Himalayan singing bowl meditation affects our specific moods. So for that, what we used was a simplified POMS survey which measures specific moods and changes during before and after the meditation. We see that there is a stark reduction in the negative mood states.
This study was published in the International Journal of Psychotherapy Research and Practice just before the first wave of COVID-19 struck. The research demonstrated psychological and physiological benefits of seated Himalayan singing bowl based meditation practice. And as you can see in the visual, the increase in the positive affect or positive mood and the decrease in the negative affect or mood was seen consistently across all age groups. Particularly for me, I was very happy that individuals in 20s, who constituted about 40% of our participants, saw significant increase in positive mood and a decrease in negative mood. The visual on abbreviated POMS shows that all of the negative mood showed decrease. And the only thing that did not change much was the vigor, and that was expectedly, because after meditation the vigor is not likely to go up, and we noticed that. Most importantly, we were able to not provide generic outcome on psychological parameters of positive mood increasing, negative mood decreasing, but we were also able to go into specific moods and demonstrate the changes. And to me, that was the most satisfactory aspect of the psychological parameters. The visual shows the changes in heart rate variability parameters, or we call them as cardiorespiratory coherence parameters. The RMSSD, or root mean squared standard deviation, showed a consistent increase, especially in the second half. The stress index incidentally went up initially and then went down. And that's an interesting learning from this project. This is a bit different from my earlier research, where during supine relaxation for 20 minutes only, we were able to find consistent decrease every 5 minutes. In other words, the next 5 minutes was much better than the previous 5 minutes, and this was compared with supine relaxation with no singing bowl. You can see that video on the link mentioned in the comments. For me personally, this was a meaningful study because not only we were able to quantify the benefits which I've heard for 5 years, every other week, we were also able to incorporate some of this into my training that I conduct on Nada Yoga. For example, how long should be the meditative practice when seated? Or how long should be the supine practice or supine intervention? Both are different. As I observed in the first study, during the 20-minute long practice, during supine position, every 5 minutes we were able to see a consistent decrease in the physiological parameters. That demonstrated the ability for the person to relax, reduce anxiety, and decrease stress. In case of seated practice, it was different. And that is what is a unique outcome for me that I can incorporate in the training that I conduct. And I hope with all of these insights, as an organization, we will be able to help people learn this and also conduct such sessions for individuals who need the intervention. And finally, as a community of practitioners who use Himalayan singing bowls, we can leverage this study to demonstrate its positive impact on the physiological parameters as well as psychological parameters.
As a psychology student, we have usually studied the changes in the mind. What I really liked about this study was I could actually verify what changes in the mind happen along with changes in the body. And so this study gave me a lot of perspective on how to understand a problem from many different aspects. So that was very helpful, and further I would also like to conduct research in the field of cognitive science to see how exactly different activities would affect our brain in different manners.